What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NFL DFS contenders for Monday Night Football, Chargers and Raiders. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Head to Twitter and follow me at Josh Engleman, only place you can get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comment section who's your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up at No House Advantage. Get yourself a little bit of extra cash on that first deposit. Now, just out of the gate, I want to say this. I am assuming that Josh Jacobs is active for this game. That is my assumption for right now. Things could very easily change, but I had to draw a line in the sand somewhere. So the assumption is Jacobs is in. I round out the bottom of my top 10 with Tristan Vizcaino, Daniel Carlson, Jared Cook, Hunter Renfrow, and Mike Williams on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites, my top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. Now you can see we're taking a big step up in tier right out of the gate. Williams is in the optimal 40% of the time. We're up to 52% now for Austin Ekeler. He's 9,600. That's cheaper than Mike Williams, projected for 18.6 fantasy points. The Chargers are 3-point favorites here with a 51.5 point total. It's a pretty balanced matchup. PFF has the Chargers with the 13th ranked offense. They also have the Raiders with the number 11 defense. There's a 10% chance Ekeler goes for more than 30. There's a 12% chance he's the optimal captain, and a 40% likelihood that he's simply in the optimal for the utility spot. Either way, 9,600 is a really nice price tag for Austin Ekeler. Now, at number 4, we're going to Derek Carr. A little bit lower than I expected, but when number 2 is 56% and Carr is 54, these are the same things. You could flip-flop them and it wouldn't make a difference to me. 10,800 is the price tag. 20.5 is the projection. 3-point dogs, great total. This is the number 8 offense via PFF against the number 26 defense, which I think is very interesting to point out. There's a 14% chance that Carr scores more than 30 fantasy points, 11% likelihood he's the optimal captain, 43% at the flex. You're happy to get here, but 2, 3, 4, and 5 can kind of go in any order. The interesting piece for all of it, and we can talk about it right now, you really only expect 2 of those 4 guys to be in an optimal lineup just from a math perspective. 3 is likely, 1 is likely, 2 is the most likely number. But you can't just immediately slot in all 4 guys. You're going to have to pick and choose accordingly. So Carr is in at number 4 more than 50% of the time. But be aware, today is going to be difficult for the 5th and 6th spots of your lineup. Now at number 3, this is probably my favorite play of the slate relative to current ownership because Keenan Allen, for reasons I don't understand, is just 8,800. He's projected for 18.5 fantasy points in a great matchup here for Keenan Allen, and he's significantly cheaper than Mike Williams. 16% chance that he scores more than 30 fantasy points, 16% chance he's the optimal captain. Ownership quite a bit lower than that, by the way, so I like him even more there. Another 38% at the flex spot. I'm expecting Keenan Allen to be a fixture in my cash lineups given his price tag, and I think that I'm going to like him quite a bit in GPPs as well. While he's not my most frequent optimal, relative to current ownership, I think he's my favorite play. Slightly more expensive than Allen is Darren Waller. He's 9,200, projected for 18.2 fantasy points. He does get this beneficial matchup if we are to believe the PFF grade on the Chargers defense. 12% chance that Waller goes for more than 30, 14% to be the captain, another 41% at the flex spot. With Waller, you're curious, does he get 7 targets like he did in weeks 2 and 3, or does he get 15 or more like he did in week 1? You're hoping for the double digits, but either way, 9,200 I don't think is all that problematic of a price tag. It's not a defensive matchup I'm super worried about. All of that said, that's enough to get Darren Waller to the number 2 spot overall. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, at Josh Engleman, and then jump into the comment section and let me know who your favorite plays are. Finally, shout out once again, No House Advantage. Thank you for being the presenting sponsor of this video. And finally, the number 1 contender pretty clearly for me, $11,200 Justin Herbert, projected for 23 fantasy points. Slight favorites in a matchup where he should throw a lot. Coming off of a game with 4 TDs against the Chiefs last week, 23% of the time he's going to score 30 fantasy points. 16% of the time he'll be an optimal captain. Another 52% at utility, so he's a coin flip there. All told, 68% of the time, Justin Herbert is in the optimal lineup. That is the most of anyone on this slate. That's enough to make him my #1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday Night Football, Chargers and Raiders. There's a FanDuel version of this video around here somewhere, so check it out. I will be back again with another edition of the Contenders this coming Thursday. Good luck tonight, everybody.